The Panasonic Lumix G Vario 14-42mm f3.5-5.6 Mark II stands out for its remarkable compactness. Weighing only around 110 grams, this lens is designed to be one of the smallest and lightest standard zoom lenses available for the Micro Four Thirds system, making it an excellent choice for a travel or everyday carry, where size and weight are critical. It's the smallest non-collapsible zoom lens in Lumix lens lineup. Of course, there's always the 12-32 or 14-42 that features retractable lens design. They are as small as pancake prime lenses when they're not in use, but personally I don't like to add an extra step by having to extend the lens before every time I shoot. This lens fits very well on small compact cameras like a GX80, GX800, GM1, GM5. It looks alright on mid-range camera like a G80 or G90 as well, but it would look a little bit ridiculously small on bigger premium cameras like G9, G9 Mark II, GH6, GH7. It comes with a plastic lens hood that also look ridiculously large in comparison to the lens itself. The lens barrel trombones slightly when you zoom in and out. It's at the longest at 14mm, shortest at about 25mm, and when you zoom to 42mm, it won't protrude as much as when it's at 14mm. No matter what focal length you're shooting at, it is always kept at a relatively small size. It's rather discreet in terms of physical presence. This lens comes in many different iterations in terms of design. My copy is in all black, the 14-42 marking is in gold color, and there's a red dot behind it. It has a plastic build, very minimalist design, no buttons, just zoom ring and focus ring. Both are very smooth, at the same time provide very good resistance when turned. This lens features Mega OIS. It's very helpful because you want to pair this tiny lens with small compact camera bodies which typically don't feature in-body stabilization, so the optical image stabilization in the lens is very appreciated. Regarding the image quality, let's talk about the sharpness first. The lens delivers decent sharpness in the center of the frame across zoom range. The sharpness at the edges does not match that of more premium lenses. At wide open aperture, there is always visible softness. Stopping down the aperture will clean it up to some degree, but it's still not as good as I hoped. The lens performs better in the middle of the zoom range. On both wide and tele end, the sharpness is lagging behind a little. This is a very old lens designed for 12 and 16 megapixel sensors, so it's by no means a premium lens. The fact that its resolution is not on par with the premium lenses today, like 12-60, is very much forgivable. However, it's not terrible by any means. It delivers decent image quality for a 10-year-old lens. Obviously, it's made to be a fun street photography lens, not for critical, sharp, detail-oriented imaging work. Now the bokeh and aperture. The variable aperture from f3.5-5.6 means it isn't the best for low light condition or creating pronounced bokeh, but it's sufficient for its intended use case of bright daylight photography. I've done some tests at 42mm f5.6 compared to other lenses like 12-60, then the E42.5mm f1.8. Here's a demonstration of the difference in the background separation. The 14-42 delivers rather busy background blur that is similar to a smartphone photo. Also, the color rendition is not as good as the Leica lens. It looks a little bit flat and bland. On the Leica 12-60, the image has a very nice, vibrant pop in its color. When shooting at minimum focusing distance, the bokeh delivered by the 14-42 gets significant improvement. It doesn't get as close as the Leica 12-60, but it's pretty decent still. Shooting in low light can be a little constraining. I shot some indoor events at a tennis club, nothing spectacular, just candid, casual pictures of the players hanging out. It does the job just fine, probably not too different from what a smartphone can do. The focal range is adequate for everyday shoots. At widest being 14mm, a classic standard wide focal length. 12mm would be better, but for the size I'm happy with the compromise. At long end it goes to 42mm, which is a bit of an extra reach than typical standard zoom lenses. All in all, I think the advantage of this lens lies solely in its compactness. If you want even more reach in your standard zoom lens, then the Lumix 14-140 would be a better choice. And if you want performance and bokeh, The Leica 12 to 60mm lens offers a more complete range on both short and long end, yet performs much better in terms of image quality. That's if you don't mind the size and weight and hefty price tag of the Leica. The 14 to 42's edge is in sheer compactness. It's designed for those who want the convenience of a zoom lens without a bulk. This lens fills a niche for amateur photographers seeking a lens that can be kept on the camera almost all the time, especially on smaller, compact-sized cameras. In the end, it's a very old lens that's rather unexciting. I put it on my GX800 for casual street shoots. I don't need bokeh, I don't need critical sharpness or low light performance when I shoot street photography. It's simple point and shoot setup, and that's enough. And honestly, it delivered some of my favorite shots from the street despite the technical deficiency. So that's my quick review of this very simple lens. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content in the future. Any purchase via affiliate link below is much appreciated. Thank you. See you next time.